Hello, beautiful friends, and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. We are going to do a full chakra balancing, cleansing, clearing, neutralizing of your chakras, your energy centers in your body tonight. We are going to just get all the good feels, all the good tingles, all the good stuff coming and flowing through you and just getting you to this really high vibrational state of being. So let's just jump right into that. I'm going to begin to clear you off, and if you want to go ahead and just take your beautiful grounding cord and flow it deep into the earth, we're just going to start at your crown, putting your attention onto your crown. We're going to go through the energy centers, and then put your attention onto your pineal gland and your throat, and going into your heart, and your solar plexus, your sacral, and your root. And just take your beautiful rainbow chakra cord and flow it down deep into the earth. Just imagine this rainbow cord flowing deep into the earth, going further and further, deeper and deeper down into the earth, until you come upon the beautiful great central sun, this beautiful golden sphere of energy in the middle of the earth, this sacred energy waiting on you to just plug into it. And as you plug into that energy, just allow it to flow back up through your chakra cords and back up through all of the layers of the earth, and back up through your housing and into the soles of your feet and into your ankles and your calves, into your knees and your thighs, into your roots and your sacral, and into your solar plexus and your heart, and into your throat, and coming into your beautiful pineal gland and into your crown. Just begin to let these energy centers expand and release all the worries, fears, traumas, all of the pains, all of the worries from the day, stresses from the day. Going to break up this energy. Okay. These feathers go really deep into your energy field, clearing out any traumas, any worries, stuff that no longer serves you. It just releases all of that out of your energy field, doing its great work. Okay, let us begin. Kuloi oyati asanama, turoi aloyati asanime, turu kolai koyati asanime, piela kinemo de sinemo, tuloi koyati asanai, tilai koyati asanemo, pieti asanai, loyera kunamo de, sedabalai, kuloi gaja asanama, tilai kolai ayasani, pate asanemo, turoi aloyera kinemo de, sedabaloi, kuloi koyati asanai, tre isanemo, tuloyera kineme, Kulai olayera kunama de Cinema tulai olai kulai air cinema tula yela kinema de Cinema tulai koi sinu tra ya cinema tuli aloi oya cinema tra kiroma de cinema tulai sedalai kulai koya tia sine pia cinema ela kinema de Going to release any energies out of the mind, any energies out of the pineal gland. all those worries and fears, stresses from the day, anything that's blocking you from seeing clearly what's up ahead for your life. Alai oi sinema telai koi sinema pile loi oi sinema telai koi tia sinema pia tia sinema telai oi sinema alakino ma day. It's really time to just let all of that go, allowing yourself to just be free. Shitnabataloi oi asanimoi. Sigilay we are asini. Bote sunama tilai we shinama hirakinama all day. All those negative thoughts, all those negative thought patterns, all of the trauma in your cells that has been coming with you from lifetime after lifetime, from your ancestors. Bilai oya shinama tila irokinamo yesinama tila konamo bua shinama tila iwa sinamo sinama ilakinamo a day. Just gonna fill that back up. Sinabodulai koya sinama turu uwa shinama tila ilakinamo yesini ti isine tila iwa shinama bilai kala moate sine tila iwa shinama tulu uwa moate sine kala ola yesine Cinema tulu kalai ulai yashanama pida yerakunama ade. We're just going to clear out that beautiful throat. Ela koeati sinema tulo ela woete sinai. Kinuma poete sinema tila kulai koeati sinema ti sinandro yo sinema tira kinama day. Sidabalai koe peate asanum bela you sinema tira yara kinama day. Cinema tru sina tra yala ela kinama poete sinai tida yala kinamo yasine ti sinema. Bilai oyatia sene dro yosinema tra alai golai oyatia sanai belai ola umati sene kala yasene tedi ayasanema tuye sene kala umade. Just I mean when like two people are arguing, like a man and a woman, could possibly be your parents that you had to grow up and watch, and or it could be you in a connection or a relationship. They're just showing me memories, visions of two people yelling at each other. So we're just clearing out all of that stagnant energy, bringing in the light into your beautiful throats, bringing in compassion and kindness with our words, balancing the throat, sometimes not being able to speak our truth, speak what we mean to say. Sometimes we get triggered and we have an attitude, or we're irritated and we don't mean to say things. They just come out in such a harsh way. And you know, when your chakras or your energy centers are all balanced, you know, meaning they're all spinning, you have these different energy centers within your body, 7 that are major, but you've got more all over your body. And when they are spinning, they don't have a bunch of gunk in them, then you are able to speak from the heart, and the mind's not running haywire. It's like you're speaking from the heart and from the heart and the mind. And this is like the ladder between the two. So if this guy is going against this guy, then you are a hot mess right here. You're speaking from here, from this fear-based egoic place. But when this is open and this is flowing, and they're working in conjunction, the head and the heart together, because you have to have this open. When this is open, you are good. You're like, you're thinking about people in the most highest, most loving way, even if they are jerks, even if they are whatever, you still have that and hold that compassion for them, because they are human. They are deserving of love and respect no matter what, for the most part. Every human is deserving of love and respect, and that's really where it is. Of course, if they're hurting you, then, you need to remove yourself out of that situation. There's always those circumstances. But if you're just aggravated and irritated and, having an attitude and being mean, it's usually this is blocked, and this is blocked, and this guy is running the show. And as much as I love my mind, without my heart being open, this is a trap. This is a jail cell. This is a prison cell when this is not open. It's like, if my heart is cut off, my throat, my rest of my chakras are cut off, this is a prison for me. And it will feel literally like a prison for me, because it's like I'm not thinking from a loving, higher perspective place. I'm thinking from a right now moment. And sometimes we can get caught up with like, this is not what I'm doing, this is not what I want, this is not what it is, this is not what I'm trying to create. So, we want to balance out the throat. And we were speaking with compassion to our loved ones. Showed me a vision of like thousands of children having like tape over their mouth and an X on the tape, and it's just showing me that how silenced we have been as children from the get-go. I mean, it was obey your parents, do what they say, don't talk back, don't say anything, just go with what those people have to say to you. They're big and older, and they know better than you do. And in some cases that's not true at all. Sometimes our parents should have listened to us. And what does that make us feel like whenever we're silenced? We feel unworthy, we don't feel good about ourselves, we don't feel confident, we're constantly being shut down. This is my rules, this is my house, you don't have a say-so, you're not anything, you live under my rules, you are, you're nothing, basically. Yes, you're my child, but you're under my supervision, and so you do what I say. And, you kind of feel like you're, like, not even a part of the family. You feel more like a burden, like, wow, okay, And it's just generational, it's just been handed down generation to generation to generation. Our parents didn't know any better, and their parents didn't know any better. It's just constant cycles, and that's what we are moving in to break. Our bloodline, you are the bloodline, you are the being that holds the bloodline for your family structure to be cleansed. And so starting with you, it's going to begin to cleanse from, going past and going forward. And lucky you, because there's a lot of people, like your family, older generations, that didn't get this opportunity to be able to clear, this generational karma, this generational energy, that we've been carrying with us. It's like a boulder on the back, we've been carrying all of their shit. And it's like, no, like, I know who I am. I know I'm a sovereign being. I know I'm divine. I know I have gifts inside of me. I know I can manifest in a heartbeat. I know that this life was meant for me to be a creative being, not a slave, not a working person. Like, obviously I work, but doing what I love. That's what the work you're supposed to be doing, is the work that's inside of you. The gifts, you're supposed to be sharing your gifts and what you came to share, and you've all got it in you. And when you're doing that, and you're living from the heart and living from the mind, you don't wake up and go, oh God, I have to go do this. Oh God, this sucks. Oh, I want to freaking not go. You don't call out when you are living and doing what you love to do. And I get tired. Don't get me wrong. This work is not exactly the easiest on the planet, but it's still my passion. I still, as soon as I get in front of a client, it doesn't matter if I'm tired or not. It's like, boom, turn it on, and that's what we do, so everybody deserves to do that, is what I mean. You're a creative being. So we're breaking this stuff, and we're calling in the light, and we're bringing, we're elevating our energy, and we're bringing in high vibrations for our mind, and bringing online any dormant DNA from these, incredible past lives that we've lived. Like, we want to activate that right now, Spirit. Kiloi oi cinema tilo kilai oiate cinema tila iwe cinema tila hirokinama day. So let's begin to activate and stimulate the heart now. Kiloi oi cinema ti ilai uati cinema tila oiate cinema tila ulai ue cinema day. So I'm going to call in the dragons now for the beautiful Patel, and just begin to, if you have any dragons that you work with, if you work with dragon energy, go ahead and just call in your dragons, call in that sacred energy for yourself to begin to cleanse, clear, and neutralize. You'll feel the energy as I'm using it on your heart right now. It's dragon Reiki, basically. So just feel their sacred energy flowing into your heart right now. And I'm just watching one of them kind of blowing energy right into your heart. Kila oya dia sonama tulo ya grama yes the yes in the piela hiroki voeti sene telakoe poetia cinema tela wo pedia cinema tela koi osidi de la kuro ira kinama day. They're very active out in our. You can see the outline of them as they come in interdimensionally and then go out. Like, people see ships as clouds, people see dragons, people see all this stuff, and it's like they're coming in interdimensionally. And so today it was very active. I think most days is very active with the dragons and ships and stuff like that, but today it was very active with the dragons outside the window. And then by the time it started to get dark, it's like, I know things are going on in the etheric whenever these like huge dark clouds like begin to form. And it's just showing me right there that there's a lot going on, because I'll start seeing ships in the sky, and then they'll have like beings that like literally look like beings at the top of the ships. I know it sounds crazy, but the more you vibrate at a high frequency, the more all of this stuff becomes completely clear to you. Like, the more I kept rising in my frequency, the more I saw, because these beings are all vibrating at a very high frequency. Like the angels, they are at probably the most highest of frequencies. Like Jesus, when I tell you he's vibrating at a very high frequency, the more you keep going and climbing and getting to those higher frequencies, which means healing, making sure your energy centers are, lined up, making sure that you are living in a state of joy, living in a state of peace, making sure that you are feeling good daily, and doing your inner work, not shoving all this stuff down, really taking a look at it and healing it and, making different, better choices. Am I going to keep going down this path where I'm, continuing this tragic cycle where it's just going to keep haunting me? Or am I going to now step out of the cycle and make a better decision? Because that's really what we're doing here. Like, they showed me the mind, and it was really bizarre how they showed it to me. I tried to draw it. I'm not a drawer, but I wish I was. They showed me the mind and how it goes in cycles. And so, like, different situations that, like, for me, things will happen in, like, 6 months increments. And when that 6 month came around this time and that cycle appeared this time, I thought, this has already happened, and I'm stepping out of this. I am not allowing this to I'm not allowing this to affect me like it used to. Like, I'm aware, I'm conscious of this. And that is literally the work. Like, that's literally the work that you do. And then there's like, things will come up from like 3 month cycle. It's like, oh, I'm starting to feel this again. And it's like, boom, nope, I'm stepping out of this cycle. And so the mind, they show me, it just goes on like this weird ass directional, like, I don't want to say timetable, but it almost looks like gears. It's so bizarre. Like the mind is just so unexplainable in so many ways. It's just so cool. So once you become more and more aware of your cycles, and when they start to come around, you're like, oh God, it's Mercury retrograde, this is going to happen. And then you start feeling this about this person or feeling this about that person. It's like, okay, I'm feeling this right now. Well, even if it is Mercury retrograde or whoever or whatever is going on out there in the planets, you still have the mind and the consciousness and the awareness to not do that if that is not what you want to do. You have the choice to step out of that. And so it's all about, really understanding your brain, understanding your mind and those cycles and, how is this working? How's this, occurring and coming up and coming out? And eventually you're at a place where, you are so aware of yourself that you are yourself, but you are something so much bigger than yourself. It's almost like you're watching yourself do this life thing. It's like you're the Godhead, you're the God source that's watching these things happen in your life, and you're like, okay, this happened and tried to disrupt this, and it's like, you don't really feel that frantic, oh my God, oh God, I don't have many clients this weekend, oh God, I'm gonna freak out. It's like, no, you just stand strong and you like hold faith and hold steady that it's all gonna shift. It's giving you time to rest, it's giving you time for this. You don't need to worry about money, you don't need to worry about any of that. You just hold steady and keep your energy, neutral and at peace. It's a very beautiful thing, and right in the now moment. Kilo oya sunama tulo ka ya other esaname piela kinoma day cinema tulo wala kinemo poetia sane tira yela kinemo day. Bulai olai koya tia cinema tula kira ila kinema day sinubo bloi koya tia cinema tela yura kinema day. So we're gonna activate and stimulate the heart now. Galai koya tia cinema tulo uya cinema pula yela kinema day. Cinema telai kuye sene turo yela kinemo polai oya tia sene kilai o cinema tela iwada konama day cinema tulo iya sene kolai moe tia sene tulo kolai oya sene cinema turo yela kinemo day. So we're going to begin to just activate and stimulate your solar plexus, your sacral, and your root. Alai oa cinema, telakira elai oa cinema, turu ila kinemo, poetia sene, tila ila kinemo te, sitapelai ua cinema, telakua ia sine, mandi alakua poetia sene, tela yura kinema de, cinema, tila yura kinema de. We're going to call in abundance codes now. Luea cinema, telai. Setabalai, Watia Sanamo, Buloi, Uya Cinema, Turu Uya Cinema, Kilai, Wala Kinema de, Cinema, Tulu, Balai, Watia Sana, Turu Ia Kinemo, Puatia, Sinintia Cinema, Bulo, Ya Cinema, Tila Kilama ande. Okay, we're just going to make sure all of your chakras are open, everything's flowing correctly, everything's flowing good, everything feels good. I'm just going to call on the violet flame of transmutation to begin to flow into your sacred bodies, transmuting any and all energies, frequencies, or vibrations that are not of your highest good, transmuting it all back into light, back into love, back into peace. Hale oya sinima tulu yela kunamo bote sinai cinema turu la yala kia bote sinema tila yela kinama de I am hearing that a lot of your star being like families are connecting in with you more and wanting to connect in with you more. And that was the one thing that I did write down, was calling in your guides daily, calling in your guides daily. So as soon as you wake up in the morning, call in your guides, like whoever you work with, everybody that's of the light. Like it's almost like a roll call in the morning for me. I'm just like, I do this whole thing because you want to be surrounded by these beings. Like they are ready, waiting for you, not waiting on you, but when you call them in, they come in and act upon the highest good of your life. They can help and they can do things, and they already are regardless. But when you're consciously aware of them, it's like you begin to create relationships with them. You begin to create connections with them, connections of love, connections of peace. You start to feel worthy. You start to figure out, wow, I am kind of important. I am meant to be here. I am loved. Wow, this is great. And we need as many people as we can calling in these beautiful guides right now, because there's so much going on our planet right now that we really need to have as much light on this planet as possible, bringing in that sacred light, doing your sacred meditations, bringing in the light, bringing in love, bringing in peace, bringing in joy, and making sure that you are kind of living out of your heart space and being of your highest good as much as possible. Get energy work done if you're not feeling good. Get sessions done if you're not feeling good every day. Like, it is super easy for some people to be able to help you. You will have to do the work, like, regardless, but man, it's like so worth it to be free of all of the turmoil and the bullshit of this old world that is disintegrated. It's like, come on, let's all step into this newness, this new perspective, this new good energy, this good stuff that's flowing in for us. Let's tap into it, live in our heart space, live from a higher perspective. And none of us are perfect. None of us are perfect. We all have to dip down, come back up. We're all still here, living our human experience, but it is a much better place when you start doing the inner work, the shadow work, the looking at it and going, okay, like, all right, I need to process this. I need to actually process it and like do something with it, because it's sitting in my body. It's sitting here. It's sitting in my heart. It won't let me move. I feel miserable. And so energy work is powerful. Yoga, meditation, like all of those things, are just powerful. And so therapy, whatever, like rehab, like whatever it is, like get yourself to a place where you're stable in your life and stable in your mental mind and stable in your heart. And I'm loving you all so very much. I'm going to actually try to do another video right after this, but my disc is full again. So I love you all so much. I will see you later. If you like these videos, please hit the like button and subscribe. It really helps me. It should be no trouble for you to do that. I'm trying to grow this channel, and it will help people get these videos, these healings that really need them. So I really appreciate your support and your love, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.